Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI, where last episode, with Benedicta's head having been delivered to Titan's Dominant by an unknown party, Clive and Jill returned to Eastpool to find its residents slain by Imperial soldiers, dispatching the group as Gav arrived to witness the aftermath, with our duo now wanting to join up with Cid's cause. On returning to the hideaway to offer our swords to make a change to the world order, we witness a meeting of the Imperial leadership as their Emperor announced a war of conquest as their next move, before Cid laid out his plan to Jill and Clive, proclaiming the Mothercrystals to be the problem causing the blight by sucking up the land's ether. So before we set off to our next destination, we take on some side quests, having just completed Red Letter Day.
Right then, where's the other quest? A Cursebreaker Captain, are you?
The reports from Eastpool are disturbing. We knew the Vicereine had no love for her subjects, but to order the slaughter of an entire village.
They are very dead. It's more than disturbing.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
What's going on with you? It's another post quest.
Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. And you know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Seems I should have taken both quests at the same time. Which I find somewhat irritating. It's like, ugh. I could have done 2 quests with 1 visit, but no. Well, we're not far off. And the fastest of fast travels happens when we're on an SSD, so glory be. Oh, there's nothing else up here.
That'll be enough for today.
But how did the grocer know his dog?
SSD.
Ah, if it isn't Cid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
No, you can't have another cup. Stop it, child. What's the fastest way there? We've got to go over the wall, haven't we? There's no obelisk to go to, so that's a bit of a thing.
How many are I?
So now I've got to somehow navigate my way around this area.
Sun's setting fast.
It shouldn't be too hard. I'll just take these steps right. Follow the wall. pray that Clive will get sprinting. Come on, Clive. Do you have to reach city limits there, do you? We're free. Go! Give me 2 gil. Yeah! That's what I wanted.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but reckless sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Anyone else distracted during cutscenes by how, like... how Coiford... How just smouldering Clive is.
Goblins. Why am I not surprised?
Well, we'll get the knockdown soon. The pull down too. Aww. And their perfect teeth in this world. Well, look, I really should have gone limit break during that, but I got it again in no time at all. Oh, a bit early for that because these go spinning.
Not this time. Too slow. Not this time.
It's fine, I'll just keep my limit break to the end of time, right? That'll finish it. Bone necklace was obtained. Very little rhyme and even less reason went into the creation of this ghastly neck ornament. The bones strung along its crude twine, most likely belonging to those unfortunate enough to meet its maker. Hey, Randall's body's here? I didn't even notice Randall in the middle of all this. Is that Rock Randall? Oh no. I think he did.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Oof. Well, it's a dangerous world, right? very, very dangerous. Dangerous feels like an understatement.
But how did the grocer know his daughter?
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you've known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Not sure payment really covers it in a weird way, is it?
Sorry again. You'll let me tell Sid what happened, won't you?
I mean, yeah, you should. It's a responsibility sign, I guess. Okay, before I go back to the hideaway, I'm just going to warp over to Eastport before I forget that random chest. In the location that I saw on the left-hand side while I was fighting. For 10 spools of steel silk, for some reason I remembered that.
Why did you do it, Mother? I will not forget this.
Does look like the bodies have been dealt with. Okay. Back to the hideaway and continuing on with the main quest. Am I speaking to Karen?
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Probably about right. Probably best to keep quiet on that front. Right, well, everything I have is generally better. It's cooldown time down for both of these. But I like both of these. Ugh.
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
What do you mean? I'm taking all the stuff. I wanted it. You've made me purchase.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
Okay, I will do, but I've kind of got to check out what slots they actually got equipped to. So it was the first 2 slots, was it? So I've got the attack up by 7. I think I'll go with, I know, these cooldown things are pretty damn good. So we got the heat wave damage. Wait, are we even using... Oh, no, we are using heat wave. But I want to use... Not heat wave damage. I want to use cooldown. I want to use it more to stagger to then do more damage. That's my goal. That's what I wish to do with it. And then apart from that, I might just put the defense one on again. Because you know me, defensive man. Counter abilities, I'm like, oh.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Well, we're going to talk to Otto now.
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a Mothercrystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This?
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute. The Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman? Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
It's a spy! Or not. Alliant reports unlocked. You might be just a talked person, not that. Alliant reports are now available for viewing by speaking to Goat at the Alliant report counter in the Hideaway's mess. I'm sorry for, like, going, it's evil! Yeah, sure. These reports compiled by the Curse Breakers contain information on quests currently available across Valisthea. Okay. Sorry.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the Hideaway service, anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Curse Breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Okay. Tell me more. Well, tell me more about you first.
Me?
I do what Otter tells me. Suppose you could say I'm his right-hand man. He's a hard master, but not nearly as hard as my old one was. When that man beat me bloody and threw me out onto the streets to die, it was Otto who found me and took me in.
The way I see it.
I owe him, and so I help him look after the ledgers, as well as reading through all the reports coming in from my allies across the Twins. And if it sounds like someone out there needs our help, I make a note so I can point any willing volunteers in the right direction.
So, what'd you say?
Are you willing? There's no sure way of turning Otto's frown a little less frowny. Right.
There you go.
Alliant reports. Use Goats Alliant reports to not only find new quests around Valisthea, but also travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint nearest their location. Okay, there's 2 quests in... Where is this? Oh, 2 quests just appeared in Lostwing again? Sure. Off we go. It's side quest time.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
I don't know, could you bring them some clothes before trying to talk to them? Or, you know, food, washing materials? Make them feel a little more human first? Show that you mean well?
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
More or less what I said then. Food, etc. There's steps that take place to earning people's trust, right? In that situation, I guess.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Okay then.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
If you've something to ask.
Ooh, I do have stuff to ask you about, interestingly.
Very good then.
You've got a whole list of things to talk about. Didn't expect that. And he's got the poshest voice around, I'll have you know.
That'll be enough.
I was born with this posh voice, and the voice acting found me.
That bearer spoke to
Here. Bread and wine from the tavern.
While the loaf is slightly stale and the wine somewhat watered down, it will serve to fill an empty belly. Indeed.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
I mean, by the look of it, you still have to work for a living, though. But I guess we are going with the nicer side of things first.
happens to us now, brother?
Nothing bad, I promise. Not ever again.
Can't promise that. At least I wouldn't promise that. Eesh. Right, we have another quest down here.
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
I'm not the blight here too, of course probably is.
I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Griga. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please. Rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
Giant wasps.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
Yes, Gultan's Bales, where everything takes place. Well, let's get our move on. I don't know which is the fastest direction to approach from. So it's the music from here I took to put in the hideaway, I take it.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
The tavern music doesn't interest me that much, though. This music sounds cooler. I was gonna say, is there a giant wasp? Oh, I need to be worried about. Well, Jill exterminated them. Only you can't use your abilities in the sky, though. Well, that aren't this, anyway. Survived on no HP, haven't you? I think you need to destroy the nest, though. Assuming they have one somewhere.
Looks like that was the last of them. I better let Quinton's man know.
Otherwise, they'll just repopulate. They get wasps get they got that pheromone when you kill them, right? That supposedly summons other wasps to the area, or summons when a wasp is in distress. Hopefully, giant wasps don't have that.
How did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
I'm pretty sure, like, the biggest wasps that we have in the world do have that.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotan Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honour.
Right, thank you, dying on the vine. I'll take the black blood that comes with it. So I don't think we've read that one. A thick, oily substance sometimes found pooling in newly formed wounds in the earth, such as the cracks left by tremors or the passing of an icon. Though it burns as hot and bright as any crystal, the liquid has until recently been largely ignored by the people of Valisthea due to the acrid smoke it emits when ignited. Biggest wasp would be Japanese giant hornets. Well, they're the ones I'm thinking of. It might not necessarily be that they are wasps. But seeing the video of them releasing that pheromone, like, I've seen videos of them where people are trapping them to stop them destroying bees' nests, etc. in Japan. Just putting some flypaper on the top of the blooming beehive and just watching them all coming in and getting on the paper too, getting adhesive down, and then even more being summoned. When they attack a hive, it's a bad thing. Right, let's ask more about Quentin before we move back again to the hideaway to continue the main story.
What is there to know?
Some would call me mayor, others master. The people of Lost Wing know the truth. As for my relationship with Sid, suffice it to say that he and I share certain mutual interests which have brought us together. We are allies of convenience, nothing more. I scratch his back, he scratches mine. And neither of us lingers over long on the details. Yes, you don't have that much great of a relationship.
When I arrived...
Lost Wing was no more than a collection of tottering hovels, huddled in the shadow of the ancient's hubris. The ideal place, in short, for one who sought to escape the watchful gaze of the Empire. It was not until I'd finished my survey of the neighbouring hills that I realised the true value of this place. The soil rich, the water plentiful, and the sun strong, to wit a most suitable environment for the growing of wine grapes. And so it proved, for our vintages now graced dining halls from the free cities to the frigid north.
It is a rare day.
When we are visited by the soldiery, even rarer when they hail from across the Narrow.
And for what?
A dominant may or may not exist. No, probably does. Be a smoke or flame, no good was ever had grasping it either.
Very good then.
Yes, we've got your information. Thank you, Quentin. Right. Hey, there's a quest over here. Martha's Rest now. Seems to be. Did that quest spawn because I did the other quest now?
It's true. Burn to the ground.
It's true. I thought there was 2 quests on the list. We've done 2, but there's a third now.
It's done for.
What's wrong with the tavern?
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
It's cool while the cat's away. I haven't seen any cats. Where are the cats? Let me pet the cat. I'm sure Torgal is an educated boy and knows to love cats, right?
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
Bar fight it is, then.
Get him, lads. I want that plate.
Let's get this over with.
Garuda, lend me your strength.
This is not going well for you guys. Like, I'm not even sure you'll get to do anything at this rate.
That's enough. It's over.
Well, it really was over. It really was.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is! The hero of the Golden Stables!
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
No wonder that guy wanted to steal a sword, though. Or take my sword. His one was a rusty piece of crap.
There he is, the man of the hour.
It's me! Yeah!
You're the one who saw off the bandits, aren't you? Martha was singing your praises. Takes a brave man to march into danger out of the goodness of his heart. You have my respect.
A Rosarian salute.
Oh, what is it they say? Old habits die hard. I trust you won't be reporting me to the Vicereine. If we'd had a few more like you about, perhaps the Rosfields might still... Listen to me rambling on. Thank you again, and, take care of yourself.
I'm not sure from that.
It's just a shame I didn't get here sooner. It would have been an honor to see you fight.
If he knows who I am and he's skirting around it or not, do you know what I mean? I felt like that a little bit. I honestly think he did know. Skirting around it not very tactfully or not? That's the question. Right, well, I'm guessing there'll be no quests on the board now.
Good to see you. Anything catch your eye?
Available tasks. It's because there was 2 different provinces and we saw 2 in that one, but none in that one. There we go. That's the answer. Come on then, Gav.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the 3 of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
I mean, we did hold hands. It's all downhill from here. Next, we'll be playing Frisbee or something. Serious relationship commitments. Okay, onwards we go to... Wait, Lost Wing again! We're going back to Lost Wing!
So, we're meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
So, which turning are we taking here? Where do you want me to go from here? Oh, okay. It's better if I go to the Dragon's Area and then work on my way from there. I haven't been through this Holy Eye bit. Should I maybe start from here and see what this is about? Maybe? Let's go from there. Maybe? I don't know. Someone walking their chocobos around. Imperials galore, but they're lower level than me now. I'll ignore them. You can give me a chocobo.
Oh.
Going to ride that chocobo. Chocobo on the chocobo rodeo. Let me do it. The nature is all about the place.
Didn't that tower used to be taller?
I reckon they'll be in need of a good mason.
Probably. Does look like it can pass through this region. You've not got nothing to say then. So this is Claireview. We could have reached it from the Holy Hand. But this gives us a lot more to explore, like over here. Let's take a hard left. What level are you guys? 21. That's the overall level of the area.
That's enough.
5 whole bloody hides. Where'd Jill go? It's a raptor. Seems like I'm just strong enough to keep it staggered, so it can't attack me. All that time I kind of really wanted to counter it. Meanwhile, all the way over there, there's my ice mage in the background, pew-pewing away. Well, I'm all alone. Which means more chests for just me, yeah?
No holding back.
I thought it was a tail attack. Ah, your fireball got me. It's because I was going into this phase to try and get you down. Ah, it's like one hit from stagger. That thing's surviving a lot longer than I would like it to. Again, I thought it'd stagger it, but maybe it couldn't be staggered because it was an animation.
Keep your distance, boy.
And now I'm doing a little bit better damage with that. No, it, like, the damage lowers quite a bit, doesn't it? I need to increase my damage multiplier. Well, there was a chest for our trouble. More goblin coins. What's that noise about? Ah, it's spider noises.
Excellent. Right. That's enough.
Torgal does not like spiders, or at least appreciates the fact that I don't like them. Torgal made sure to get rid of that guy first.